Hi everyone, it's Nelda. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking this video. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to make a junk journal with 3 signatures using the old book cover that we prepared last time. This is video number 3 in the series, The Joy of Junk Journaling. In video number 2, I showed several vintage book covers. I also showed how I glue the book corner protectors using E6000. So today, this is what I will use for my junk journal. It has a gorgeous spine, and let's take a look at the inside again. So last time I showed you that I reinforced the spine with duct tape, but then I now have the Tyvek tape. I purchased it from Amazon, and so I cover the duct tape with this tape, and it is a very strong tape. I am not going to show the stitching on the outside because this spine is really gorgeous. And it's a very old book. So I will do the hidden stitch binding. The journal that I will make is an encouragement journal. It's like a pick-me-up journal full of quotes and passages and phrases that inspire and give hope and encouragement and a reminder to keep our head up and our heart strong no matter what. I will use calming and soothing colors like blue, a little bit of green, a little bit of brown, and I will use a variety of papers. So here are some Japanese papers, and I may use them for inside pages or pockets or tucks, and these are beautiful. And Japanese papers have great texture and really wonderful designs. I will also use scrapbook paper, and these are from my stash. I chose the lovely floral designs. I also pulled out from my stash some papers with sentiments from notepads. And then, of course, paper doilies, great stickers, lots of inspirational quotes and Bible verses. I will also use tea-dyed paper and, of course, pages from vintage books, pages from vintage dictionary, and this blue kit from Line Dot Arrow. I won 3 kits from Line Dot Arrow, and I am using this beautiful blue kit. So lovely. So this is very soothing and calming. So perfect for the journal that I have in mind. I will provide the link of Line Dot Arrow in my description if you are interested, because this kit is really sweet, lovely. Now it is my favorite kit, and it is complete with journaling cards. It has envelopes and tags. This is really a gorgeous kit. I am so glad I picked this. And then I will also add digital ephemera. This is from my Etsy shop. I have the originals, and I will also add the originals in the book, but I am going to also add some printables as pockets and tucks. So it's a combination of like the photocopy or the digitals and then the originals, because not all of us have access to really great original vintage ephemera. So I am showing you that yes, you can use digital ephemera and it will still look very nice in your junk journals. These blue parchment papers make really nice writing space, and then I will add tracing paper. I love the texture of tracing paper, so it really just makes a great addition to the inside pages. I will also add these pads, and these are vintage that I got from thrift store. They also make interesting pages, and then they have some writings here too, which is awesome. And of course, music sheets. This is also very old, and it also has some writings, so that makes it more interesting. And then this vintage paper pad is very fragile, but I love the discoloration, and it has some vintage hanky here too, which I'm thinking of probably adding to the junk journal. I'm not quite sure yet. I got this from a thrift store too. I also have these accounting papers. And you probably have seen this in some of my junk journals. I love adding them too. And this is a ledger. Oh, these are avocado dyed papers. Yeah, I can use this too. So many possibilities. So this is also a columnar. I believe that's what it's called. And this vintage sheets or accounting sheets. Not so old, but it looks old. I think it's from 1992, but I will also use this. And I will use some packaging materials from my recycling bin. These are tissue papers. Just so we have different textures. And of course, we will add some junks. Too many junks in my recycling bin. So we have here pieces from packaging boxes, junk mails. I love using envelopes in my journals. These are scraps from previous projects and the back of paper pads. So all this packaging make wonderful matting or backing for tags. We will use them too. Okay, so I assembled all the papers that I would like to use for my junk journal, and I have here 3 signatures. And signatures are bundles of raw pages before they take on their final published form in a book. Basically, signature is a group of sheets folded in half to be worked into the binding as a unit. And I am just going to quickly show you what I have here in a signature. So I already have some pockets, but the pages are not really embellished yet. I just added the basic pockets and tucks. I decided that I will not decorate this journal with laces and trims and fabrics. You can make a beautiful journal without stitching, so do not worry if you do not have a sewing machine, because you can make a nice, wonderful, beautiful journal. Okay, so now that I have checked all the pages and I'm happy with them, I am going to clip the papers so that they don't move when I bind the book. Each of my signature has about 10 pages. I normally use about 7 to 10 pages per signature, and I do not count the paper doilies or the small sheets. I also like to use washi tape to temporarily adhere the small sheet of paper to the next page so it does not move. Okay, so now we are ready to bind our signatures, and I have here two templates. So this template is for my cover. I used canvas sheet for my template, but you can use any sheet of paper. My spine is 1.5 inch. The length of my template is the length of my cover, and then I folded it in half and make my mark where I want to put my holes. I like my signatures to be about 1/4 inch apart, and my top and bottom holes to be about 1 inch away from the edge. Use the awl or your poking tool to make holes. If you have a book cradle, you can use it too. Here I am using my old book cradle, but if you don't have it, it's okay because for the template, it's easy to poke the holes with just your awl. Here is my other template. This is for my signatures because the length of my signatures are shorter than the book cover. I am making sure here that my marks are correct. And I think everything is okay, so we are ready to put holes in our signature. And before I forget, the holes that we established in our creases are called or referred to as stations. So we have the middle station, the top station, and then the bottom station. In bookbinding, the stations start from the top going down. So station 1, 2, 3, and so on. Because we have 3 holes, we have station 1, 2, and 3. I will just use middle hole, top hole, and bottom hole. That would be easier. So now we are just marking our holes using a pencil. Use your awl or your poking tool to make 3 holes in the creases of your signatures. You can use an open old book or a book cradle to make sure that your signature is in place when you poke your holes. Okay, so now that all our signatures have 3 holes, we will begin sewing our book together. You need a thread and a needle here. I am going to use this curved needle, and I love this repair kit. It has all the sizes and different kinds of needles. But again, the curved needle is what I normally use when I bind my junk journals. I am using a wax linen thread as I find that it pulls more smoothly through the holes. You can use other threads too, whatever you have there. I like the length of my thread to be about 3 times the length of my book. So to begin, thread the needle and do not tie the end of the thread. Begin by inserting the needle into the middle hole from the inside of the signature, pulling to the outside and leaving a tail of about 3 inches long or so. Not too long. You can see here that my first signature has 2 parts, and that is so that I can easily insert my needle through. And then here is the canvas that I will use to attach my signatures to the spine. And so I inserted the needle into the middle of the first signature, middle hole of the first signature. This is the same canvas that I showed you as my template, and I decided that this is going to be my hidden spine. And this pamphlet stitching is much easier to do than what you're seeing. I am not able to hold the signature closer to me because of the position of the camera, so you may see that I am struggling here a bit. Okay, so now bring the thread in from the outside to the top hole and pull the thread in. Then pull the thread down and then insert it again to the middle hole. You can actually insert it to the bottom hole, but I like to do it this way. Both options will hold your signature well, so it is really up to you. Then pull the thread down from the middle hole and then into the bottom hole. Then pull the thread up and make sure that the thread is tight across all holes. Check front and back and pull and adjust until you are happy with how your signature is stitched. And when you're happy with it, make a knot, and so your first signature is now bound to the spine. And then trim the ends and you can apply glue to seal the knot. So now we are going to do the same thing to our second and third signatures. Now we are ready to attach our signatures to the cover. I will use double-sided tape and glue to attach the spine to the cover. I am using Fabri-Tac to attach the spine to the cover, and I am using a generous amount because the Tyvek tape has a smooth and shiny finish. Here I am carefully attaching the spine to the cover. I have a few seconds to make adjustments, making sure that the signatures are resting properly in the cover. I am using bone folder to press down the spine to the cover, going through the spaces between each signature, pressing down hard. You really have to be patient with this step. I will make sure that the glue dries first before I attach the flaps to the end papers. Okay, so now I am attaching the flaps, and I will also apply Fabri-Tac even if I have already the double-sided tape, just to make sure that this is really sticking properly. Okay, so now here is our book, and the signatures are attached to the cover. I will let it dry before I open the book and show you. Okay, so the spine is properly secured now to the cover, but I had to add something extra, and I will tell you why. But first, let me show you the signature. So this is completely and properly glued down to the cover. It is not going anywhere. You can browse the pages without any problem. This is a completely secure journal. But I added something extra, and this is the open weave cotton. This material is used to adhere and repair signatures in bookbinding. And I am so happy that I have it. I have not used it in a long time, so this serves its purpose today. And I added this material in order to really secure my spine to the cover. So I carefully removed the spine and then added the material, the open weave cotton, and then glued it down again. So this is why it is sticking really well. And I know that this journal will last a long time. Without the open weave cotton, the spine did not adhere completely to the cover because I used the Tyvek to reinforce the spine, and if I just left the duct tape to reinforce the spine and did not add the Tyvek tape, I believe that the Fabri-Tac would have adhered the spine really completely and well to the cover. The glue did not work really well on the smooth and shiny finish of Tyvek tape. But now this is fixed, so everything is good. Now the book pages are ready for embellishments, and that will be in my next video. I will also hide these flaps, and we will fix and decorate the end sheets. So these are end sheets. I will also do the journal closure. So I hope that you join me again and really watch this series of The Joy of Junk Journaling. If you missed Video 1 and Video 2, I will have the links in the description. Video 1 is Junk Journal 101, where I talked about the basics of junk journaling, my favorite tools and supplies. And then Video 2 is preparing junk journal covers using vintage books. Thank you again for watching and being here with me today, and I appreciate you. If you are not subscribed, please consider joining my YouTube family. Please also like this video and hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Thanks again, everyone. Stay safe. God bless you. Bye now. Till next time.